Hey, my mate. Okay, so got some work here for you for the week. It's very much sticking to the same ideas that we are working on. This neatness of the setup, understanding how the circle works, understanding how my shoulder tilt or spine is actually spine, but shoulder tilt. Okay, how that affects my circle, my strike, my low point, etc., etc. All right, and then obviously slowly getting softer and softer. Right, so got some little drills here for you to do for the week, and I think these are good for. I mean, you could do a session with them, obviously, but they're quite good for warming up before the round anyway. So depending on your time, you just kind of do a few of the drills and then go and play. It's also going to work the same. All right, we are a little bit more focused this week on feeling and understanding the circle from the side-on perspective. So how neatly we can control this circle and the low point, and how any tilt and movement or poor setup will affect that. Okay, but also driver-wise, how important that is in driver and understanding the driver and how we want to try and hit it. Okay, so let's just start with the rest of the game. So we're going to work sort of chipping, pitching, and then iron play. Chipping, pitching, iron play. All right, and what we're going to do, okay, we're going to keep narrow stance. I have to do feet together, but just one club length apart. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to do one-handed swings. Okay, so when you do the one-handed swings, I prefer if the hand you're not using is up here. Okay, rather than sort of flapping around. So just so you not stay in your posture, everything. And the left-handed ones are really going to give you feel for these angles and what's going on. Okay, so any dipping of the right shoulder or the head or anything like that is going to compromise, right? So starting with chipping, little chip shots. Okay, and you just feel those angles, don't let them change. Okay, and then the right hand is to create the little bit of feel and softness. And now especially chipping, but I guess all of them when you're doing right hand, be careful you don't drop that right side. Okay, but you will feel the strike and the you won't strike them as well, so you'll feel that, right? Okay, so little left-handed ones, just chipping. Okay, control your angles, get the strike right. That was a nice one. Okay, and then right hand. And when you do right hand chipping, you might just have to have a little bit of lead, not like that. Everything neutral, just there, just so we can strike it nicely. And then you'll feel if the right shoulder goes, you're either going to hit it fat, thin, maybe even heel. Okay, you watch where my right side goes here. Okay, you can hear that nice strike and you see where the right shoulder and where the club go. Okay, and then to promote those exact things as well, okay, we're then going to do ball forward drill. So you can do 5 left-handed, 5 right-handed, and then 5 ball forward drill. Now, ball forward drill, you just move the ball forward. Okay, 6-8 inches for now is fine. Okay, you don't have to do too much. All right, but when you move it forward, okay, we're not going to move the setup. Okay, so I like to have a second ball here to show me where I should set up. Okay, chipping, 2 hands. All right, and then we're going to move that ball forward. Now that ball position is incorrect. Okay, it's fine, but we're not going to go there because you see what happens here. We're going to keep our setup here, and then we're just going to see if we can use and control our angles and figure out how to strike that ball correctly. Okay, so 5 left hand, 5 right hand, 5 ball forward drill. Okay, so I like to keep that one there. Move that one forward. Okay, and then just manipulate it slightly. Okay, but it's just going to teach your angles and how to control the angle of rotation to strike the ball correctly. Okay, that'll be very helpful. Chipping off down slopes, pitching, even iron shots off down slopes, because we're going to do it all the way through, right? Okay, so then you got the same to pitching. Okay, left-handed pitch shots. Okay, somewhere there, nice setup. Okay, left-handed. Okay, nice full circle you can see there. Okay. Right-handed. Okay, nice strike and launch there. Okay, and then ball forward. Just pitching. Okay, a little bit fast that one, but to be fair, I'm holding a 6-iron. Okay, you're going to obviously be doing that with a lob wedge or sand wedge, right? Okay, and then full swing exactly the same. Okay, so 5 left-handed, 5 right-handed, and 5 ball position, ball forward drill. Okay, so that's your work really for the week. Okay, obviously if you're going to play, you might only have to do a few of those and then you've got to go play, that's fine. Just keep doing those drills for the week. Okay, so the left-hand stuff is to teach you the correct angles, how to use your body to rotate into the right strike position, and then your right hand is then to create that little bit of softness and feel to the swing. Okay, and then once again feeling what the correct angles are. Okay, let's go into driver and just talk a little bit about driver. Okay, so right, first thing is obviously, you are going to get more efficient. You are going to move your body sort of better, more often, because it's now working how it should do on a rotary aspect. Okay, but also we're starting to create that little bit of set and lag and release. So we're starting to use the shaft. So we creating a little bit more club head speed, a little bit more ball speed, right? So you're going to hit some awesome ones, but you don't have feel and control over it yet. So you're also going to hit some wild ones. Okay, you got to understand that I'm on the process, and yes, sometimes those are punishing and they cost you 2 shots, but it's the better ones I'm looking at. Okay, that's the zone that you're in at the moment. Okay. That being said, okay, it doesn't mean we can't, sort of try and understand and have a plan as of what we're trying to do, right? First thing to understand is, okay, I like the idea of trying to hit a fade. Okay. Theoretically, neatening the circle and everything like that, and it does work, especially with short game and iron play and whatever. But with driver, the problem you have is if you're trying to hit the ball straight and make a perfect circle, if you've got a 30-meter wide fairway, if you aim down the middle, then you've got 15 meters either side to play with, which is not a lot, all right? But if you're hitting a fade, a shape, or any shape, fade or draw, but let's say fade, then you're aiming down the left, okay? Then you've got 28 meters to play with, okay? Why not 30? Okay, because I'm still aiming in the fairway, because if I hit it straight, I still want it in the fairway, so I don't aim off the fairway. I aim on the fairway, trying to hit a fade, got 28 meters to play with. Okay, same if you hit a draw, you aim inside the fairway line on the right, 28 meters to play with. But we're going to look at fade for now, and I agree with that. So what I want you to understand, okay, is essentially there's 3 types of fades. All right? And it's really to do with, when we're fading, pretty simple. When we're hitting a fade, okay, relative to our circle, we want the club face open to the circle. Okay, that creates a little bit of left to right spin and allows the ball to move left to right in the air. Okay, so there's 3 ways of doing it. Okay, so the first one is basically what we call a pull fade. Okay, so basically your path of your circle would be out to in. Okay, it would be slightly manipulated. You might even sometimes have the swing circle a little bit upright. Okay, swing plane, swing circle. Okay, but basically what you're doing is you're pulling your arms across it. All right, and when you pull your arms across the golf ball, the toe lags behind and open, and then the ball slides along the face, creating side spin. All right. Now, the pull fade generally 95% of the time is not going to go left. Okay. Even if it starts a little bit left, it's going to go right or more right. Okay. So it's kind of a good anti-left shot, and it's kind of good to teach you sort of how to hit a fade or whatever. But you are manipulating your circle a little bit, especially through impact. Okay, and it is inefficient because it's got a lot of backspin, a lot of side spin. Okay, so that's your pull fade. So setting up nicely. Okay, no tilt, whatever, and then you pull hard across it and leave the toe behind. Okay, obviously low, but that's because I haven't teed it up. Okay, but even that one fading, very safe shot. Okay, but a little bit inefficient. Okay, right. Then we've got what we call a push fade. Okay, when we do the push fade, okay, is the club is going to track from the inside relative to the target line, relative to my alignment. Okay, right shoulder will have to drop. Okay, you hit the inside of the ball, and then you kind of again have the face open. You don't allow the toe to roll over. Okay, look, very inefficient strike, definitely can go, and also you're manipulating your body and your circle, so you've got to be careful about injury. All right, but more than that, with the push fade, Okay, obviously it's starting right. You're not really sure how far right it's going to start. So if it starts 3 degrees right, okay, at 250 yards, it's probably worth almost 20 yards. Okay, then it's still going to fade. All right, so, you know, it could be 30 to 40 yards offline by the time it gets out there. Okay, if you start at 4 degrees right, then you're at 25 there and still fading. Okay, we just don't know. Plus, like I said, it's very manipulative on your swing circle and your body. Okay, and it is a bit inefficient. Okay, what's good about it? Okay, the angle of attack is good because we're dropping that right side, so the spin rate is sort of lower. Okay, but other than that, it's not very beneficial. Okay, and it's very hard to control consistently. You know, and obviously if you're hitting fades, you're going to have to sort of aim weird as well, because the ball's never going to start where you want it to start. Okay, so not advisable. Okay, but that's the push fade, like that. Okay, you can see how I'm manipulating my body. Okay, so actually struck quite well and the spin rate decent, but that's, you know, all over the place. Okay, and then you got what we're after, okay, which is a straight fade. Okay, so straight fade is a very nice circle. Okay, yes, we are tilting the circle slightly so that we can bottom out, catch the ball on the way up. Okay, and take backspin off the ball, hit the ball with less backspin so it goes further. Okay, but we're trying to hit the back of the golf ball. All right, and we're trying to complete the circle, so it's not this stally push fade. Okay, all that happens is we're just a little behind the golf ball as we're making our circle. All right, and then we release the club with the face a little bit open, so we're not holding it off, we're just releasing it without allowing the toe to rotate over. Okay, now the modern driver, okay, they take a lot of weight out of the toe so that the club goes faster, okay, through the air, so you can swing it faster. Okay, they take the weight out there, put a little bit of weight behind it, which increases the ball speed, and then they can sell the drivers to say they go further. All right, the problem with that is the toe doesn't naturally close. All right, but that promotes a power fade, which is why 70-80% of the top players in the world right now are hitting this power fade. Okay, but it's a straight fade, not a push fade, not a pull fade. Okay, straight fade, but it does suit the modern driver, so it's good that this is the one that you want to dial in straight away from the beginning, right? So setup, we're a little bit behind the ball, don't weirdly tilt or anything, just allow that swing circle. I would say that shoulder plane is a little bit steeper, but just keep it sort of neutral and keep it moving, most importantly. Okay, we're not leaning back and doing that, that's more of a push fade. You're just behind it, okay, and you continue that circle, but all we know is not allow the toe to turn over, so the toe stays a little bit behind the heel. Okay, back of the ball, it starts on line, so that's good. Some of them will go very straight. Some are going to drop 5 meters, 8 meters, 10 meters. Okay, but that's cool. Spin rate's down. Okay, ball speed is up, so that's a really good way. Okay, and this is the one we want to promote to see if I can hit a push fade. Let me see if I can hit a straight fade. If you're definitely not a push fade. Okay, so behind the ball, back of the ball, face stays a bit open. Okay, so very straight. It's going to try and drop. Okay, that's fine because I'm aiming inside the fairway. Okay, so if the face is a little bit open, it starts on the same line and then just drops a little bit right. Okay, so straight fade is the one we're after. Okay, but kind of work the others out, fiddle with them, don't be shy. Okay, the pull fade you can use now and then, like an anti-left type of shot. Okay, so not always a terrible shot to have in the bag. Just tear it down a little bit, practice some pull fades because it's going to give you some ideas, and then obviously go to that straight fade as much as possible. Okay, but takes fiddle with it a little bit. Send me some driver videos this week if you can, range or course, it doesn't matter. And then obviously you've got the rest of your work in terms of what we're trying to do technically with your swing. Okay, thank you, my mate. Let me know if you need anything else, and have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon.